will. I'm getting started here in a minute. Hey, what's up, Axel? Hey, Arturo. Happy Thanksgiving, thank you. Yes, that is Smoke Chardonnay. Chardonnay Lauderdale. Yep. Well, anyway, what I've been working on is this palette shader, and it's not by any means perfect. It's still very much a work in progress. But you see, we can do cool things right now with we can do pretty cool things right now with palettes. We got you can see I need to update the palette location, or the palette exclusion table, with the custom address that's been allocated to memory for the custom palettes. But that's something to do. I sure did. I sure did. Did you? I ate turkey at 2 different places today. Ate turkey at my mom's house, and I ate turkey at my mother-in-law's house. I'm not a big fan of the cranberry sauce. Not a big fan of the cranberry sauce. Yep. Definitely had some mashed taters. definitely had the mashed potatoes. How much is left? Oh man. No gravy. Not a gravy guy. Only gravy I like is on is the gravy and biscuits from like bacon gravy or sausage gravy. I don't like chicken gravy, turkey gravy, beef gravy. Ugh. Not my cup of tea. Black Linners, there's not a timetable for beta 2. I mean, we just released beta 1 a couple months ago. It's been a little over 2 months since it's been a little, about 2.5 months since we released beta 1. So there's no timetable for beta 2. I know Paul's getting back to MK1 plus. I have some contributions that I want to make to that project. And I don't know if Paul has plans on circling back to MK2. I'm sure that there is some stuff that he wants to do with MK2. So, oops. Hey, there you go. So, there's no timetable on beta 2. That's probably not the answer that I'm sure a lot of people wanted to hear, but it is what it is. I'm gonna do a few more here, and then we'll get into the cool stuff. No sweet potato pie. I did have some sweet potatoes. My wife did not make her amazing sweet potato casserole, but I did have some sweet potato stuff that my stepdad made. Had some stuffing. What about you? Keep asking all the stuff I had. What about you, buddy? Ooh. Oh, nice, man. What game you hacking? Oops. There we go. I love those cheesy ankle breakers to end around. Ooh, ow, 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 ow. Trilogy on N64 to restoration to UMK3. Oh, that's cool. Oh my. So many teleports. What? Motar, you so cheap. There you go. Goodness gracious, Chardonnay, I'm getting a lot of questions here. You haven't told me nothing about yourself yet. I mean, I'm answering all the questions here. What about you, buddy? What are you wanting for Christmas? Oops. Alright, I'm going to beat Shao Kahn, and then we'll get into the hacking stuff. Hey, stop that. I might not. Where'd I go? Ooh, I'm right there. I got you. Oops. Oh. Oh, believe me, I won't. Four. Yeah, that's enough shades. I don't think I'm the one making anybody laugh here, Uncle Shao. Down you go, buddy. Down you go. Do you like iced tea, Chardonnay? Do you like Chardonnay? Chardonnay? Or are you more of an iced tea man yourself? I'm not answering any more questions until you answer mine, buddy. comes the extra John Turk credits. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, here we go. Here's some contributors. Haven't added the new ones yet for after the release, but it's never too late to get in. Not giving you any reason to, buddy. No reason to make you laugh, Shao. Alright. So, let's get into it. So, as you guys may have seen, if you caught the video earlier today that I put out, I have a... Actually, let me do this real quick. I have a palette shader that I've started on that I've got working with reasonable order, but needs to be polished up and needs to be good for more than just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 characters. So, let's see. There it is now. Infinite select screen time. See, it doesn't work for the female ninjas. Doesn't work for Sonya. Doesn't really work for Jax. Doesn't work for Nightwolf. Nope. Works for Scorpion. Sort of. There's going to be limits. Like, you can't just keep going further down. That can turn into a cluster. That's not good. See, like, once you keep going down further and further and further and further, they eventually all turn into noob, basically. There we go. It's a Mugen noob. Same deal, and it just starts looking worse and worse, so. There's got some noob smoke going on. Doesn't exactly work for the robots either. It just makes their under armor their not their chest protector or their arm guards darker. Although the black helmet is kind of cool. Doesn't really do too much for Kabal there. Not for Shiva. Definitely not Sindel. Not Striker. Oh yeah, old Blue Pants Striker. Shang just keeps getting creepier and creepier. Not for Liu. Ooh, Rax turns purple. And eventually it crashes the game. But you wouldn't have that much time to choose anyway. Oh yeah. Dark smoke. And here's another reason it won't work, right? So we got dark smoke going on here. Now this will work good for one match, then it's going to go nuts. Like the transformation here. I think the next palette, like, because it's going to try to load Smoke's palette onto Human Smoke, and it is not going to work. It's going to look crazy. Yeah, it's not exactly what we're looking for here. Yeah. Now, like, if we did something like this, though, if we hit Smoke with a customized palette here, and then we do the same thing, we do the morph into Human Smoke. So there's a lot that has to be done with this. But this actually looks kind of low-key, looks really cool. Hold on, I gotta finish the round here. That actually, you know, between y'all and me and the fence post, that actually looks pretty cool. I was thinking like Ghost Smoke or like Dream Smoke or something like. So the retcon ending, which they put in Trilogy, and I think it's in Juggernaut's hack, is that Human Smoke is not able to escape his body, and that his true form is that of a human, one that he'll only know in his dreams or whatever. And like at first, I kind of hated the ending. I still like the UMK3 ending, where he's able to escape his body. But the idea that, you know, you morph into Human Smoke, and then like you're not actually fighting as Human Smoke. You're fighting as Smoke sees himself, the way he remembers himself. I don't know. Try morphing into Human Smoke at some point during the game and beating it and see what happens. I don't know. Alright, but for real. Alright. So what we have going on here is we're looking to find the palette that's loaded for the character into the palette portion of RAM. Certain spots are allocated. Certain memory addresses are allocated for certain things. So you see here, I can't really make you see it because I don't think I have the mouse enabled, but I'll do this. We'll go with a snip. We'll make a snip, and we will put the highlighter up. So this address right here, 188.0.0.0.0 to 18F. That's me. This address range is allocated just for color palettes. So I wrote a routine that searches for the palette that's assigned to the character. It grabs the address from their color palette out of the character palette array, and it then does a byte by byte or short by short 2 byte by 2 byte search in the palette RAM to attempt to find the correct palette. Once it finds the correct palette, it moves it to another spot in memory, and will assign the palette that way. So it modifies the palette memory, and then in modifying the palette memory, it's also modifying the memory that you're going to be using as a palette in the game. So, and there are other plans too. For instance, like not just shades, but also different colors. And that's, I mean, the script is only 125 lines. Right now, I expect it to be well over 500 by the time I'm done with it. Probably more than that, actually. So, let's see. Let's go to the spot where we're actually modifying the palettes, which is right here. So what this is initially doing is it's darkening everything by, I'll call it 2 shades at a time. We could lower that to 1 shade at a time, but it would get pretty tedious. So if we go here, yeah, if we go here, we can have some fun with this. So say we only want to lower it. We're basically moving 1 byte over in their uniform. You can see it does not darken near as quickly. I've hit start like 8 times. Start is what changes the palette color. I also need to reset it back to the normal palette after you get so deep. You get so far into it where it's all just Mugen. Yeah, so you see where it goes very slowly. Very slowly. So let me actually set a break here. Or not a break, but let me set a save state where we can actually mess with this. And I can show you a little bit better how it works. Alright. So, yeah, so if we were to do something like, if we were to move a 0 hex to start, it's going to get dark really quick. Boom. And it gets dark really quick. And then, like, within 3 presses of the start button, you're, Mugen noob. Same thing here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Not very fun. 1, 2, 3. Oh! Scorpion goes nuts. What? Yeah, Scorpions goes kind of crazy. And I hung it up. So yeah, let's change that over again. See what happens to Scorpion here. There we go. It just darkens him up. It does weird things to his palette. Yeah, three clicks in your noob. So that's no good. I thought 20 was a good number, because it darkens it noticeably each time, but it doesn't get so drastic. In fact, I can actually show you how I created Human Smoke's Player 2 palette. 1, 2, 3, 4 shades, I think. Yeah, that's all I did to create Human Smoke's Player 2 palette. Maybe 5. I don't know, 6, 7. Definitely not that many. Then you get anyway, sorry. I enjoy playing as Human Smoke. But anyway, yes, there will definitely be a limit, Ace. I was trying to figure out how many is reasonable. So like this 310, what I did here, what I adjusted here, this should allow it to start working with some of the other characters, and it unfortunately it's kind of a crapshoot. So not every one of these is going to be the same. So you get a very generic like gray Sindel, and then it goes back and it just ew, it's gross. So yeah, like I said, it's gonna be a it's going to be a process, I guess is the right word, to get this right for each character, and to get it working, I guess reliably. To get it working reliably is gonna take some time. So I think I might have actually left a... Oh no. Is that it? No. The other thing that we can do is... Oh, there it is up there. It's like this guy up here. Like this can adjust the amount of frame, the number of palette values that get shifted, and I just have to. It's very finicky. Very finicky. Like, for no reason, it just wants to not work. And I think I know why that's doing that, so that's a good thing. Yeah, see, like for Sindel, it just, oh god, it's awful. But if we only shift a certain number, it's not, oh, wrong number. Is it 320? So yeah, it is, it's definitely a process. So yeah, that's obviously terrible. Holy cow. Oh. Alright, I know what's going on here. I think I've got too many. Yeah, I've got too many shifts. This should be, I think, 20. I had, like, this is actually like the third different. Oh, that's okay. It's about the same. Holy cow. So like this, as you can see, I'm on shader V3. I've done this 3 separate ways. So, and for whatever reason, it loves to get hung up on the females. Not sure why. Actually, I think I kind of know why, but I guess I should probably do this like based on character ID to like get things in place. There we go. See how Sindel is kind of shading to a more... It's not even that good. For God's sake. So yeah, like I said, it's not by any means... It's not by any means perfect yet. It doesn't like to work on some of the characters. Let's see now it's working. It doesn't work on Katana, but it works on Jade. Again, this is... Oh, God. Why doesn't it work on Melina? But it works on Jade. Why doesn't it work on Katana? Son of a gun. It doesn't work on Striker right now either. So this is stuff that, you know, just has to be dialed in. You can see Kabal's coat starts to lose its color. Doesn't want to work on Shiva. Doesn't want to work on Shang. Oh, imagine that. It doesn't want to work on Liu. I bet it doesn't want to work on Kung Lao either. Imagine that. There we go. Let's turn Sub-Zero old. See there, it's only turning the bottom of... It's turning his shin guards. And here it's not doing much for Jade. Like the certain pixels are left untouched. That's because we can up this value here. And it's still just... There we go. Now we're getting into a J-noob. Well, let's see. Though I did find something cool though. So check this out. So we get Sindel's palettes going crazy there, but check this. I think it is 1C. Nope. Let's try B. There we go. That gives us some green Dell. That actually ain't half bad. I kind of like green Sindel. Can I, as the kids say, get a... Get some Fs to pay respect for the green Sindel. Hey, green Sindel ain't too bad. There it is. Anyway. So yeah, certain values allow you to manipulate things a little bit different, but I have to figure out what is causing things to hang up, like when we go to Melina. What's causing things to hang up? It's like if you go to, you know, like Sindel, you see this palette, I think it grabs our palette value, and then it also grabs the updated palette, and it stores it in memory for later use. So when we go, now of course that's not gonna, we would have to use a different routine for each of the different sprite models. So you have, the fortunate thing is between the robots, the male ninjas, and the female ninjas, you have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You have, almost half of the cast in 3 sprite models. So the fortunate thing is you don't have to do a whole, I don't have to do a whole lot of custom routine creation. You see here, it says this is for male ninjas. We'll have to create an array and call jump, which is the unfortunate truth. So oh, that could be the problem. Let me grab some palettes here. Let me grab some palette data from old 1-2 reverse here. There we go. Nope. There we go. There's some palettes. So some of these, like this palette here, this is Striker's Player 2 palette, and you can see it's actually 1 byte smaller, or 2 bytes smaller, I guess. So let's see. What is that? That is 128. That's 130. Yeah, so so it's 2 bytes smaller. So we have to build inclusions for that as well. And that could be not fun. So here are all the player, nope, that's the darkening exclusions. Here's the player 1 palettes. So we have to look, so where's my calculator? We get a, so here's Kano's. You got Kano, so Kano's got that value as a palette. That's good. Of course, it's kind of hard to say how to effectively darken his palette. It's just, like I said, it's just on a case-by-case basis. See, like, that doesn't work. That just doesn't work at all. Here, we're not darkening anything. So what we have to essentially do is grab this piece of his palette, like grab his palette here. So let's do this. Let's look at Kano. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to search in the graphics memory for pieces of his palette. So we'll do a find. Now this is a nice little tutorial for all you hackers out there. I'm actually very disappointed I got no F's for respects. It's paid to St. Patrick Sindel. Little disappointed out there, guys. Little disappointed. Not a single F for respects. Okay, so find. So we're gonna find. Let's see. So there's our palette right there. 189A110. Let's check this out. All right, so here is So here's our palette for Kano. So we're going to do a state save for Kano. Now watch this. This is actually kind of cool. I mean, maybe to only me, but I think it's pretty cool. You can actually watch his palette get whited out as I modify. See how we're turning him into Ghost Kano. And there you go. Oh, I missed some up here. Sorry. There we go. There's your opposite of Kano Cybot. And then that puts it right back. So what I want to do with Kano is alright, a deal, thank you. What I want to do with Kano is I want to get his red, the red from his outfit. I would like to get the red to shade down. So we just got to find the sweet spot. And that's hard to do sometimes, but it's never too difficult. Let's find this value here, the 712D. Alright, so the 712D is the portion of his palette that is red. It's the red portion of his palette. So that is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 18, 19, A, B, C, D, E, F, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, A, B, C, D, E, F, 30, 10, 20, 30, 40. So if we shift this 340 and we're going to modify, we're going to start here. So we need a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, A, B, C, D. So if we go, let's state load it again. And if we do a start at the 340 hex offset of his palette, and we're shading D palettes. Yeah, there's plans for alternate palettes too, not just shades. I'm working on the shaders right now. So basically what I'd like to do is I'd like to have a solid, like, at least 2 to 3 more palettes for each character with the ability to shade each of them. So maybe give them 4 steps of shading in either direction, depending on if it's practical. So you're possibly looking at, 4 palettes with, say, 3 shades up and 4 shades down. So 7 palette options or 4 palette options and 7 palette shades. I mean, you're looking at a potential like close to 30 palettes, not really, but 30 options, 30 customization options for your character. How's that? All right, so let's see if our math worked out. I don't see anything happening. What did I do wrong? Okay. Let's do that. See, I don't understand. Mono. Ha! Look at that. Mono. M-O-N-O. Right here. This bytecode here. M-O-N-O. Alright. I gotta see what the heck is going on here, because that is behaving highly improperly. Of course, yeah, we can do the green pants, dark skin probably for Shang. I don't see a problem with that. And see, it does Ermac. I mean, nothing's really getting darker here because of the way the... For some reason, though, I don't know. Alright, well, let's step through this and see what is going wrong. Sorry, Axel, I don't. No habla español. I'm so sorry. I do not. I don't speak Spanish. I do speak... I speak German, but unfortunately, my choices of English class to take in high school and college did not go over so well. When you say all the colors, what are you referring to? You want like some hot pants for the ninjas? Like something like that, or... Oh, thank you, Axel. Alright. We got something going grossly wrong with Kano here. Like, it... Oh, you know what? I know why. I know why. Son of a gun. It's because Kano is ID 0. That's why. It's because Kano is ID 0, and I have not built in a good check for that. Sonya's fine. That's not really a good look for you, Sonya. Alright, so we'll have to hold off on Kano, because that's more in-depth work than I really want to do right now. Yeah, I wanna try to work on Sonya, because Sonya, like, we can do some pretty cool stuff with Sonya, I think. We can do some really cool stuff with Sonya. I bet this right here is Sonya's palette. What's this? Kano. Oh, it's his blade. Alright, so we just need to see where Sonya's palette, where the colors are on her. So let's go up to Sonya. Now that her palette is loaded, we'll do the same search for Sonya. 5D24. Okay. So we find her palette at 189A0. We'll find it right here, A000. So let's do save. And what I can do is, see right here where I've notated where this is for ninjas, we'll have to create an array and a call jump. That will basically grab the character ID and it will move the appropriate values into here, which will get us to the shading stuff. So let's take a look, see. Alright. Let's find our editor here so we can look at the values. This should be a fun one. We'll just start here. Nope, that's skin. Carrie Hoskins does have some nice skin. It's more skin. There's her outfit right there. So let's go. Okay. So maybe 2063. So here maybe. Yeah. Nope. Okay. All right, so there's where Sonia's is. Let's load this again. So at the 2063 value, 2063 down to down to 2120. Okay. So 2063 down to 2120. 2560. 1D00. Yes. One 8E0. Yep. Okay. That one is not. Okay. 10C0. That's not. That's not. That's not. That is. So down to 10C0. So this right here yeah, you're right, Axel. It was yeah, Carrie Hoskins in MK3 and then Elizabeth Malecki in MK1. Yeah, you know, I don't really know what you can do with Noob except make him closer to a shadow. But I think giving him the shadow palette, like the complete shadow palette, will be one option. And I know there's a lot of people that ask for K-Noob, so that'll probably be an option too. Some of these I want to make unlockable. So like maybe give you access to the stock shade routine off the bat. Like you can take your character's palette and make them darker, but after doing certain things in the game, you you unlock like, you know, like a certain extra palette for each character. So something like that would be kind of cool. All right, so 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 70, 80, 90, A, B, C, D, E, F, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's the wrong 1A. Darn it, I gotta start over. Oh, yeah, Noob. white noob. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, A, B, C, D, E, F, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, A, B, C, D. Okay, so we want to go with, was it 0D? That ain't right. That can't be. No. Okay, so 1D0, and we need to modify 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, A, B, C, D, E, F, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we want to make the palette shade 15, and then 1D0 for the offset. There we go. Oh, for God's sake. See what the problem is there. Nope, did it wrong. I missed. Well, what did I do wrong? I mean, I missed bad. Yep, that doesn't work. Alright, let's do this again. Sorry, guys. Oh, no wonder. Oh, it's because I was on the wrong one, you dummy. Ignore that one. You know, I don't know, because... $25.60. 10C0. Now let's go to the 0460 here. Yeah. Well, what's going on here? The first value we touch is there. So what's the deal? Okay, let me count again. I know you guys love listening to me count. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, A, B, C, D. Actually, yeah. 0, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, A, B, C, D, E, F, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 1A, B, C, D, 1E. Probably not going to make a difference, but then we move 15. Alright. Ah, God bless it. Yeah, it's getting a little better, but not really. Yeah, so it's not, unfortunately, 1E0. So it looks like 1E0 is the place to start. Or is it 1D? I can't remember. No, it's not 1E. Let's try 1F. I'll move 13 values. I don't think so, Adil. Well, that was the wrong way to go. Oh, okay. Too many. What am I shifting too far? I'm shifting here too far. Nope. Let's see how that looks. I mean, unless they think that, like, hacking 1995 games that are, you know... Unless they think that hacking arcade fighting games from 1995 that, you know, had to do with the creation of the ESRB. Unless they think that's for kids. They'll make it in. I mean, like, MK is, like, definitely and, you know, definitely and absolutely not for kids, you know? Very, like, violent and gory and stuff. Yes, like, that's as dark as Sonia's palette gets. So that was 1F. Let's try 2-0, see what happens, just for grins and giggles. That actually gets her palette a little, I don't know. No. So it's going to be, it's not 1E, because that gets her headband. And I think not 1D, because that gets more of her headband. And not 1C, because that gets a lot more of her headband. I think 1F might be the golden ticket for Miss Sonia. Yeah, I mean, you go far enough and you get like a drab green Sonia. So, I mean, it's not, that's the problem though. It's like shading the pixels down. Like, it works really well on the male ninjas. But it doesn't work as well on some of the other characters. Let's shade that many. Yeah, it's too many. But F, definitely get some respects for F. But we don't, if we see a 10, see if that starts to shade too much. Yeah, it starts. And that actually will get more of her. Let's try 11. It's not an exact science here, because like we're shading here, starting here. It's moving this value here, this value here, this value here, and so on. We need to know how many times to do that. And see, that tells us right there, like, we're doing too many. So I think 1F is good. And let's, like, drop the value of the number of pixels to move. It's not the worst thing we've seen. Let's drop it in half here. Yeah, it doesn't even touch the top of her outfit. So let's say do. Yeah, so I mean, like for Sonia, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're almost like just like washed out. Now we can adjust this and only do only drop one shade at a time, and you see it's a much more subtle drop. But in time, it still washes out. But we can do funky stuff like put odd numbers in so it shifts the palettes into different byte groups. And there we go. Chameleon Sonia. But you can like, boom. Almost. That almost works. Not quite. So like I said, all these different values, you're shifting bytes, and when you start shifting uneven offsets, it gets funky. So like I don't know if there, unfortunately I don't know that there's not really a great way to look at it. So I mean, like we can start here and start seeing what shading 11 hex looks like, and you get like Hot Pants Sonia. Or, you know, different variations of like, you know, if Sonia was a fighter in the 2010s wearing yoga pants, which I mean nobody'd be complaining about, but yeah, it's just, like I said, it's not an exact science. And I never thought science was my strong point anyway. That's not really what we're looking for. Looking for things that look, you know, a little less mugany. I mean, that's almost really cool. Actually, let me see something. 15. And let's up the number of pixels that are touched. Oh, it's so close to cool. When you say revision 1.4 release coming soon, I'm not exactly sure what you're asking about, Caster. So, what, like, are you asking about what you're seeing up here, this revision 1.4? Is that what you're asking about? Like Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 revision 1.4 UMK3P? If that's what you're asking about, Caster, it is available at MortalKombatPlus.com right now. What you see there is revision 1.4 is the public beta 1 for UMK3 Plus. The reason it's 1.4 and not 1.3 is because 1.3, which was a project I worked on up until, let's see, it's 2019. For almost 2 years, it kind of unofficially and then officially became UMK3 Plus. The project I worked on previously was, I called it Revision 1.3. Which if you go far enough back on my channel, you'll see where it says like 1.3 / UMK3 Plus, and then it eventually just becomes UMK3 Plus. That's because I wanted to make sure people could see like the transition, that it was the same project, and essentially what UMK3 Plus is, it uses the base of the final 1.3 beta. to get into UMK3 Plus. So the reason it's revision 1.4 is because it was 1.3 before it became UMK3 Plus. So neat little piece of Plus history there. Oh, it's so close. Come on, man. Yeah, that's too far. All right, so let's try. So 11 is like the most we want to move. So let's scoot it back to the 1E hex offset. 11. Still going 15 here. And let's try the 200 hex offset. It just doesn't quite capture all the bytes we need it to capture in an appropriate fashion. Let's go down significant amounts here. Yeah. And if we go to the 210 hex, yeah, we start hitting the bottom part of her pants there. And it's so close to cool, but it just misses. So, oh well. Sorry about that. So we're still at the 1F, so let's go back here. Again, that gets it close too. Actually, let's try this. Yeah, that can be done. That can definitely be done. Oh, it's just almost so cool. Okay, let's try to use that as our base. So 11 and 1F0. Okay. Try this as our base for Sonia and keep getting into these values and see what we can do with them. That's so close to cool. Oh well. Let's go up a little bit. Somewhere in here there might be a value that works. I can show you in a little bit here like what worked for the male ninjas, or what worked for Sindel doesn't quite work with the male ninjas and doesn't quite work with the other cast, like turning Sindel into that St. Patrick's Sindel doesn't quite always get the job done. So nope. 1A. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get a good shot on Sonya here. I mean, that comes so close to working just by doing literally nothing but adjusting the offset, but it's obviously not going to get no. I mean, it's cool, but no. That's actually... Alright. I'm gonna be pissed in a minute here. I need to figure out which one of these is her headband. If it's above here. So 2063. No. That's her skin. So is it down here? Yes. It's that's getting her headband, I think. Yes. So after... Okay. Alright. Well, I was about right there anyway. Yeah. Wait, what? Okay. So we want 1, 0. Okay, that's our... Sorry about that. Where were we? If we get even darker each time... What the absolute crap? Oh, that's right. That's right. Because it's going down here and it's grabbing this 7B color and it's moving it up 10, 20, 30. Watch this. See this 7BDE? 7BDE, where'd you go? There you are. So if I turn this into, I don't know. Yeah. If I turn that into red, and we hit the 30 hex offset, it's going to get pissed at me. I'm not sure why. Anyway. So, yeah, so you got some of that going. Anyway. Guys, I'm sorry. This is not turning out as well as I had anticipated it. Viewers dropping like flies. I had 14 and now I had 12. Dropping like flies. But that's okay. Oh, let's see. So I mean, we kind of have a thing for Sonya here. Unfortunately, it's not the greatest shade ability. And altering any of these values doesn't really help the cause. So let's go back up here. Let's jump here. Yep, that one comes close, but doesn't quite get it. And if we get way up here, it's going to go, ew, no, no, no. And we keep going. This is turning into madness. Yeah. They're built the same way. So to like go from there to there. So essentially what we would need to do for Sonia, I think, is drop the amount that she shades down. And just make them less drastic changes, because you see, like here by now, like that's just disgusting. Yeah, I could try it. Let me see. So let's see. Yeah, so that's her player 2 palette in there now. And we shade that down. Yeah, I mean, you see it just makes it darker. Actually, escape. So, like, I mean, I wish we could do something really cool with this palette. And I mean, that almost works, but just not quite. And all this palette is, it's a blue-green swap. It's just a blue-green swap of a green outfit. You can actually see it starts to turn back. So the palette shade is not... Oh, gosh. The palette shade, unfortunately, is not as effective. Nice. Real nice, Jade. Oh, yeah. Turning Kano's skin. Ugh. Yeah. Breaking on Striker. Stupid mall cop ruins everything. Anyway. Now it's breaking on Sonia. Holy heck. See, this pallet RAM doesn't reset, and I think that's what's causing the problem. There we go. Ah, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, there you go, Sonia. Get it. Yeah, that's great, Sonia. Just great. So I think what we do is we do something like I think we do something like 10, 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's not a drastic change at all. Let's see, what if we do like... Yeah, there we go, buddy. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there you go, Sonia. Looking good. Just kidding. Yeah, looks great. Alright, anyway. Enough screwing around with that. Alright, well, there's more work to do on that than I thought there would be. So, yeah. More work to do on that than I thought. So, maybe I'll just have to swap values in. So like let's do this. Let me grab that portion of Sonia's palette and do a red to green value swap on that real quick. So let's try that. Just to kind of see what happens. So let's try that. So, let's see. So let's go here and give this a try. Well, that's not what I was expecting in the slightest. That was a red to green value swap. Wow, that's interesting. That is not at all what I expected. Very, very interesting. Of course, I may have also done something wrong here. It's more common than you think. Kind of a Aqua Sonia going on here. Aqua Sonia. And that's not too bad looking. That is not too bad looking at all. So now let's test my theory. What on earth? Let's test my theory that this... Actually, first let me... Okay. Yeah, no, okay. So we only go to 18E0. Alright. So let me test my green-blue value swap theory here. Alright, let's see. Oh. Okay. Well, again, look at that. I was wrong. I think I'm missing a value there at the front. I was wrong about all of that. Kind of. So the 15-bit color scheme is really weird how it works. So I'm going to bring my value sheet over here. So it's looking at the values. So this is the hex value 2063. And that's the binary for it. And that breaks it up into the RGB because we're looking at 15-bit. So we have 5 values for each red, green, and blue. So it's you kind of have an idea of the values after you've stared at them for as long as I have. But it's I'm sure there's an exact science out there. I just have the color value swaps, so it's not. I don't think it's as intuitive probably as it could be. Now I can do other things. I can do some crazy stuff. Check this out. All right, check this out. So let's see. Let's go. This is actually going to be bad. So I just modified the top value, the first number in each one, and I get a weird thing there. So let's change it again, and we'll go. So you're going to get a totally different look here. Or not. Oh my. Sometimes looking at all these numbers just causes you to lose your mind. Yeah, that's going to look bad. I guarantee it. Yeah, I barely changed anything. I mean, it was a lot easier with the male ninja palettes, for whatever reason, were just so much easier to work with. So much easier to work with, my goodness. So let's do something else really fun here. Let's invert the values. Oh, oops. That's not what I wanted. Let's invert the values. This is going to be crazy. Now, what's interesting to note also is that nothing after a 7 value in the front makes any difference. It's like after 7, the game basically cycles it back to 0. So 8 is 0, 9 is 1, A is 2, etc. So let's go back here and see. Yeah, so even that, again, doesn't look so hot. But that is an inverse value. So we took all the values and we swapped them. That's why it looks like terrible. All right, so that's enough. That's enough of that. That's enough of that for now. Move on. I want to look at some rather not fun stuff here. So let's do this. I want to look at Sub-Zero first. And then, let's see, we need player 1, Smoke. Player 2, Sub-Zero. Okay. Okay, so you see here how we have a Sub-Zero and a Smoke on one side, Sub-Zero and Smoke. Notice how Sub-Zero, both Sub-Zeros are wearing the same palette. And see how Sub-Zero now is wearing, again, the same palette. Come out of the wash cycle, and Sub-Zero is now wearing dark. But let's tag out. So Sub-Zero is still wearing his palette, which is good. His player 2. He's still wearing his player 1, which is good. So it's like once they get assigned that palette, it's fine. And this also happens in non-tag. So what we want to do, let's go to non-tags. We want to do this the normal way first. Yeah. Ooh. Ah, excuse me. Good Lord. Okay, so let's see. We need a player 2 Sub-Zero. And not player 2. 1 Sub-Zero, Sub-Zero, Scorpion. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, we'll do this. And then you see where obviously Sub-Zero's still wearing his player 1 stuff. We'll terminate Reptile. Okay, so now player 1 Sub-Zero is wearing player 2's palette, which theoretically would be fine, except so now we have twin player 2 Sub-Zeros. And now we have player 1 Sub-Zero and player 2 Sub-Zero, which from this point it'll be fine. The problem is when those palette changes happen. I always wondered if doing this, like you did in MK1, would cause the game to go nuts. Like they called it the double ice overheat. I don't know if you guys are aware of that one. You guys aware of that crash in MK1? Doesn't look like it's going to happen here. I guess I could pull it up here. Let me take a look. I would have to have a ROM of MK. Let's see. Have a regular old MK1 ROM, which I thought I had. I do. Here we go. Okay. So let's bust into some MK for a minute, and I'll show you guys that. There we go. Okay, so I got to configure here. Let's see. Up, down, left, right. All we need is low punch. And we'll do the same thing for player 2.
Kano.
We need the low punch. Okay. Oh, I need start too, dummy. Okay. I didn't know it did that. That's kind of cool.
Sub-Zero.
Alright, so now check this out. You might actually have to have both guys on danger to do this. Can't remember. Come on, darn it, don't make a liar out of me. I think maybe both guys have to be on danger. Yeah, I think they both have to be on danger. Yeah, they gotta both be on danger. Alright.
Sub-Zero.
Okay, let's get him to danger.
Fight.
Oh, you big dummy.
Sub-Zero. Win.
Come on.
Flawless victory.
Sorry, guys.
Fight. Excellent.
Pretty sure exactly 4 uppercuts knocks you out, doesn't it? Crap.
Excellent.
We're gonna find out. No, we're not. Oh, nice. Let's program a block button here. There we go. I'm not gonna get it in time. Holy crap.
Sub-Zero. Win. Fatality.
Holy crap.
Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero.
Okay.
Fight.
What, hacking the game? I don't think you can do that from Android. Okay, go on. Dang it.
Sub-Zero wins. Flawless victory.
Oh god, I'm so bad at this.
Fight. Excellent.
Oh, I'm getting there faster this time. Okay. Now.
Excellent.
There we go. Now they're both on danger. There we go. Yeah. There it is. There we go. Hope you guys saw that, because I'm not going to do it again. But yep, that was the old double ice overheat. And I think that might actually potentially be fixed fairly easily, because I think if you just... So like in UMK3, and I think in MK2 also, if you get frozen, or anything, hit, frozen, whatever, the danger bell and the danger flash, like the text, flashing text, only happens once. But if you notice, in MK, it continues, like every time you get frozen and it sees you as getting put back in danger. And I think all those graphics being up and flashing on the screen, system doesn't like that. LJ, I've got a hacking tutorial that I made a few weeks back. It's on my channel. You need MAME, you need 0 and 0 editor, and you need TMS assembler to get started. That's I think those are the 3 apps that you need to really get started. So, no, I don't think you can hack from your Android phone. So, but yeah, so it looks like the big thing here is when So yeah, so player 1 Sub-Zero comes out, and he's got the palette here. So there's a few things that happen in this situation. One of the things that happens is a different palette gets applied when he's frozen, obviously. So when Sub-Zero freezes somebody, a palette is applied to the characters. And then what it does is when it goes to give the palette back, it looks to see, okay, so I'm Sub-Zero, but I'm player 2. So, and the other character is also Sub-Zero, so I need to have the player 2 palette. And the same thing's going to happen when Sub-Zero player 2 freezes Sub-Zero player 1. He's going to say, okay, I'm Sub-Zero, I'm player 1, I need this palette. So, like I said, so, okay, obviously, player 2 freezes player 1, player 1 comes out looking like a, it is very similar a deal, actually. So player 2 comes out looking like player 2. Sub-Zero gets frozen, comes out looking like player 1. And then from there, all is right in the world. So the real thing that we need to the real thing that we really need to fix here, and actually the same thing happens for Kabal when he goes into what we call the spin cycle, changes clothes while he's in the spin cycle. And I believe the same thing also happens to Jade, I think, if she does her glow kick. So let's try some of this stuff real quick. So let's do something like let's do 2v2, of course. So let's do like twin Kung Laos. Alright. And then we'll throw a Kabal in there. So I think what happens here is after player 1 Kung Lao is dispatched, and now Kabal is going to spin Kung Lao, and he's going to come out player 1. How dare you change clothes in my spin cycle? So this is going to happen to any player 2 that Kabal spins or that Sub-Zero freezes. And then if we go back and we look at Jade, let's do a couple player 1 Jades. Or fighter 1 Jades. So player 1 Jade will dispatch player 2, or player 2 will so now player 2 Jade's going to do her glow kick. Okay, and she's going to come back looking like player 1. So anytime a different palette is applied to a fighter, and yeah, so anytime a palette is applied to a fighter, if it's a different palette than what they jumped in as, then they will come back as the appropriate player side outfit. Yeah, LJ, I would suggest that you go back through some of the videos that I've made to see, because there have been some things updated and some new fatalities created, like a second fatality for Human Smoke. Rain, both of his fatalities are in the game. It does not. That's actually a really good question. I don't think so, but we'll check. The reason behind that is it makes Ermac invisible until he comes out on the other side of the screen. But let's check it out. Okay, so still player 1. Let's see if it comes out the other side. Or still player 2, sorry. Still player 2 Ermac. And let's do a Yep, still comes out as player 2. So, yeah, that's to be expected.
Wins. Flawless victory. Round 2. Fight.
So, yeah, that's going to work for... So, anytime where the fighter's palette itself is applied... What in the ever-loving heck? Haha. So yeah, anytime that a separate palette is applied,
You're still trying to win.
so alright. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to go character by character and think about when other palettes are applied. Obviously the Sub-Zeros. This is going to happen to classic or unmasked Sub-Zero as well, obviously. Cabal will put people in a spin cycle. Katana won't. Reptile won't. Sonya won't. Jax. Nightwolf. Jade will. Scorpion will not. Smoke, no. Kano, Melina. Ermac, sub yes. Noob, no, obviously. Sector, no. Sindel, no. Striker, no. Cyrax, no. Kung Lao, no. Cabal, yes. Shiva, no. Shang, no. Lu, no. Smoke, no. So we're basically looking at Jade, Jade's glow kick, Sub-Zero's freezes, and Cabal's spin. All right, so let's look at Jade's glow kick first. Yes. And we got the glow kick in here somewhere. Jade glow kick palette. Yes. So Jade's glow kick palette is y'all. And look at that. Oh, there it is. Imagine that. Okay. So we need to see when it's moved back. And the palette gets moved back after this. So let's go here. We'll create a breakpoint. Let's get us a couple Jades in place. Okay, so then we also need to see 1, 2, 3. We need to grab her character ID, so FFC. Calculator time. 102 FE20 plus 1F0. So we need to put a watch point on 108 and when it's red. Okay, there we go. No, we have not. What will it do with palettes when you have 3 or 4 of the same characters? It's just going to look at what side they're on. It's just going to look at what side they're on, if they're player 1 or player 2 side. Okay. Okay, same thing on player 2 side. We need to check. And we need to undo the player 1 watch point. There we go. One more. Yeah, so here it's already moved. It's moved the alternate palette into A1. So, we need to catch it when it goes to switch her back. And I just gotta find when that happens. Alright, let's do this again. Okay. So we go back here. I go here, and we're back. So many things going on there. Good Lord. Maybe it's here that it does that. What? No, I don't need that breakpoint. Oh, no, guess not. Oh, well, crap. 2, 1. It's not going to go back. Oh, yeah, it is. Holy cow. Okay. Here's a DSJ. Here's a DSJ. Okay, so that is, what is that? 10BO. Okay. It's doing that here. I just need to see when the stupid palette turns back over. That's all it is. Be here. Maybe not. Okay, that's on hit. Okay, so that's on hit. But it doesn't go there on miss. Just need to see when the stupid palette gets put back together. Well, it's a combination of it being a jerk and I'm tired. FF9B 1510. Yeah, it's a mix of a few things. Oh, this is our palette change text. LJ, I stream every Thursday. So you're welcome to tune in anytime you like. I typically stream at about 9:30 Eastern time on the East Coast. And then usually stream for a couple hours. Not a big work day tomorrow, so I don't mind being up late, which I don't normally do anymore because I'm getting old. You know how that works, maybe, if you're an old guy like me. Alright, so that's where it gives her the palette. I wonder if it jumps back here. Nope. What happens on hit? Where does the hitbox load? There's the hitbox load. And then it hits, and it puts her in the sitting duck stance. And then that. And so she's a sitting duck for those 8 frames or so. And then it's going to call here. Okay, so this is where it's going to go on. It's going to cycle back on miss. Nope. Lies. Okay. Just going to call that. And then here? Yes. Okay, so breakpoint 8. Okay. So that's where it jumps out on miss. I thought it did that on hit too. Maybe I was wrong. But anyway, it's got to cycle back. It's cycling back to the palette here. I'm curious if there's anything to this. It happens in a few places. My goodness. But that's the end of that move. And it jumps. Oh. Okay, so copy. Let's see, now 1040. Okay, so it's going to go there on hit. So it's going to go to 1040 on hit, which is jumping to that FFA 613D0. And then it's going to go there on miss. Okay, that's what we needed. Okay, FFA 613D0. Okay. Which is just another jump. Okay. FF9B 1510. 8 to A0. A13 at the 200. Okay, here we go. Now we might be getting into some comparers. Yes. FF82C2B0. Okay. Okay. Move A0 to what's it, A1. .106 OA40. Which is right here. Okay. Okay. Now custom code. Dang it. Well, this is dumb. Why all this? Okay. Okay. I just need to know when the palette gets changed. Come on. Well, we can find that out real quick. Maybe. Ugh. This is why are palettes not as easy as I think they should be. Darn it, darn it, darn it. No more custom palette crap. Yep. Well, I'll be honest with you. I knew this was going to be a challenge, LJ. Didn't realize it was going to catch me on a day like this, where I'm just beat and wore out and tired and all that good stuff. FFB04290. I want to look at that. FF9B7690. I knew it was in here. Change palette. Okay. Easy peasy. Maybe. Probably not, but easy peasy. Some of them are. Okay. Oops. That's not what I wanted. Where's that? There we go. Okay. So I think I might have a solution. So we need to grab this one and this one. There's a lot of code difference. There's a ton of code differences. Okay. So actually we're going to grab them up here. So let's do this. So we'll do a new one. Jade Glow Kick Palette Keeper. All right, so we have to, let's see, move A0 at the 70 hex to A0. What's at A7 at the 70 hex to A0? Okay. That's right. Okay, we're moving that. Move A8 to A0. Mm-hmm. Do. Yep. Oh god, it's doing that crap. Okay. Oh, you just missed. Okay, what about noob? Okay. Alright, so we need to find her palette that is she is currently using. Which is going to be another one of these deals. He's got the male ninja normals, he's got his own palettes, and he's got Kano's combos. That's really all Noob has. Alright. Okay, so OJ there, so 103, 0030. Let's see. All right, okay. So copy. We need 103, 0170, 0170, 170 minus, so it's the 140 hex. Okay. And Jade's player 2 palette is FFP139D0. No. Let's try that again. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh wait. That's the depth. You dumbhead. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A, B, C, D, E, F, 10. C7, 10. So it's right here. Here's Jade's palette right here. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 505. That's her palette. So we need to grab some code here from the old palette shader, because I know that's, yep, shift right, shift left, add additional, move. Yes, sir, that's the code we need. And then we need to go move A0 to, I don't know, we need a palette location here. Let's see. Actually, yes, that is correct, Adil. I hope I'm saying your name right. Okay, sweet. Move A0. No, it's just a Athlon. Or not Athlon. Wow. It's just a Ryzen. It's a Ryzen 7 2700. Alright, so I'll move this over here because I got to see some existing code here, guys. Okay. Okay, so we need to start here. So FFA5 08F0. And we need to find some space for free. calculator back out here. It's FFE6E380. And then we're going to make us a memory window, and we're going to jump out to 120, 3200. Trick is once we get this to work okay, it will then be easy to, it'll be easy to make it work for Sub-Zero and Cabal. Okay, so I just need to open this up in code also. There we go. Right. Let it run, blah, and then go back. So all we're doing at this point is making it store the value of the palette. That's what we need to test here. So that's the first part. All right, so so let's see what happens. All right, so we're jumping out. And we got our value here. Moving, and then so she still does her move. Cool. Good. So that part, at least, is working. So let's reboot the game, give us a fresh timer. Ah, it's not what we want. Okay. Okay. So that works. All right. Okay. So what we need to do now is at the end of each of these, so here and here, we need to move that back. We need to move the palette back. So we need to, let's see, we need to set, we need to set a register point for when A1 equals FFE5, nope, FFE1, 5,000, I think. Okay, so maybe it's over here. There we go. There we go. Of course, that is a very, 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 very commonly used item. And that's running a replacement. Yes, that's the pallet replacement that I think is going to run on Sub-Zeros also. So let's look in this range. Okay. 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 Yep. That's a very familiar, it's a very highly used item. So all right, anyway, so let's FF9B3E60 gets us our pallet location in A1. Okay. And what this, that's obviously going to replace the pallet. Jade's character is 1031B00, which is an A8. Okay. So I think, sorry, I'm just rambling at this point, but I think what this FFA613D0 does, it's used a few times. God, why do they tell it to jump here? This FF9C. I don't know why. Let's see. Okay. So I think what we can do here is on the end. All right. So let's see if we get this to work. Let's go back to the glow kick. I need to grab. Where'd you go? Grab this right here. Okay. We're grabbing that right there because the jump relative is not enough to get us to jump relative to another place. So we gotta grab some stuff in front of it, and that's okay. So let's see, move. So we're going to jump absolute to palette Jade player palette replace. Okay. So we're going to just gonna that's the original stuff, and then we're going to go with to move, what's that, the Jade palette before glow to A0, and then call at change palette. Yes. And then just need to see what all kind of hoops this jumps through, because we want to make sure we get it right. It's a lot of hoops to jump through. Now let's just see what happens. Probably going to crash it, but that's okay. Oh. Okay. Okay, open this up another window here, and all right. And then we're going to need to kill the thread, which I believe will just destroy Jade entirely, but that's okay. Okay. Yeah. It's like, Jade? Ha! Sweet. Now everything's messed up. Alright, cool. Alright, I knew that was going to happen. Okay. And that's fine. That's fine. We just need to know here. Okay. 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 So what we're doing here is we are trying to mimic as much as we can, obviously, because we need to inject the palette back into Jade's thread at the right moment. So that's what we're waiting to do. Okay. All right. Move what's at A0 to A0. Oh, okay. Okay. Just trying to get the right palette. Daggone palettes, man. I swear it. Holy cow. Okay. Here we go. I think this might be the one we finally want. Good Lord. think this might be the one that we want. Or not. Maybe. Possibly. Okay. Compare. Why are we comparing Shiva's ID? Doesn't make sense. All right. Okay. Okay. All right, so here is the primary palette assigning dealio. Okay, so it's these two spots right here. It's those two spots right there. This is what assigns out the palettes. I don't know how bad this is going to mess things up because this is like a core routine in the game. But we will give it a shot. Because what else the heck are we going to do? Okay, so we don't need to do that part. Don't think we need. Okay. So, oh gosh, what we need is FFP04420. Excuse me. So let's see, FFP0. Yep. 4420. Player 1 palette check. P1 palette check. Move at Jade palette before glow. Come here, you. No, don't you start with me. I'm usually a little girl. My cat's being mischievous again. Go on now. Uh, 4,500. Alright, Jade palette before glow to A0. 1. And if it's equal to... No. We need to... not jump relative dot equal to insert palette before glow. Otherwise, we need to move the original bytes in. Which is going to be move immediate FFE1 5000, and then absolute P1 pal return, which is up here, which is P1 pal return. All right. And actually, we need to do this. Okay. We need to do P2 palette check. Which is up here, which is FFP044D0. Okay, so now we need insert pal before glow. I'm going to Actually, it's already there. So we're going to move, let's see, move jade palette before glow, and if it's not equal, okay, so we're going to move A0. Oh no, we're good. Yeah, so we're good on that. We need to, A3 is clear, so let's do this. Make sure we move our values there and back. That's all right. You're gamer, man. I'm almost done for the night. Let's see. Move memory to memory. Clear. Move A3. And so A0 is already in where it needs to be. So then we would go jump absolute FFB 04530 hex. Okay. That's a lot. So we need some. So that's good. So we need. Let's see. I'm going to reset that so we get us a good thing to start back with. And we need to go to 60884. And we need to and then we need to go to 6089A. Okay, we need to do that, and then we start filling out bytes, which is going to be CDC92 right here. All right, boom. Okay, good. We don't need that breakpoint. Don't need any of these right now. All right, so we need a couple of jades. Okay. Okay, so this should cause no problems. This over here should cause no problems. Alright, so now we got to do a glow kick. Hey! Look at that! The only thing I need to worry about here, I think, is... Let's see. Okay. And that's resetting the palette. That's resetting that palette check back to 0. So that's good.
Wins. Round 2. Superb.
See, actually, I need player 1 Jade to come in first. Right? No, I need player 2 Jade to come in first. Okay. So now this player 2 Jade is coming in. Keeps her player 2 palette. This player 2 Jade keeps... Alright. Yay! Ha ha ha! We did it! Oh, alright. No, I know there's going to be some polishing up that's left to be done on that. But for now, I'm going to save that. Actually, I might rename... I actually might redo this script to be... because we're going to have to do several checks in that one spot. So, probably end up doing the checks for Sub-Zero and Kabal here as well. But basically, we've tapped into that core routine, which I'm not super thrilled about, but that's okay. So we're grabbing the palette that Jade had before she did the glow kick. And then we are, after the glow kick is done, or actually after any palette change is made like this, we are checking to see, we're checking to see which palette she has, and then we're applying it back afterwards. So that way, we don't have to worry. And we could actually even set a check for the game mode to completely bypass this. Because if we're in 1v1, we don't ever have to worry about it. But if we were in 2v2, then it would be a time where we would need to make sure that we noted the palettes, if that makes sense. So I think that might actually be what I end up doing, is we'll run a check for game mode and then just bypass the entire thing if it's just 1v1 or tournament mode. But if it's 2v2, we definitely want to run those checks. So, but hey, you know, we gotta win. We gotta win. And that's good enough for now. We didn't get too much done tonight, but we got one palette fix done. This was just a little nice diversion thing while I was, working on the fatality fixes. And we'll get back to that eventually, but I wanted to do this for now. I really wanted to try to get something good going for the palette shaders, but it was not as great as I thought it would be for anybody besides the male ninjas. And when I had it working previous time, it seemed like it worked with a little less fuss. So, but anyway, yep, that's going to do it for me for tonight, guys. Appreciate you watching. I'll see what else I can get done maybe this weekend. This weekend probably be a little bit slow, so I might get some stuff done on it. And I'm working on a video to showcase all of the changes between 1.2 and beta 1 as far as like finishers and little things like that go. So I think a comprehensive change log for that would be pretty cool. But anyway, I'm going to jump off here. Thanks, guys, for checking me out. And if you haven't subscribed, that would be awesome if you did. And if you have, I appreciate it very much. So anyway, take care, guys, and I will see you next time.